Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Here I'm going to show the unboxing of the Huawei Mediapad. And Huawei has a number of tablets, so it can be a bit confusing. They have a range of Mediapad tablets, and a bit later on I'll explain the differences. This one is the Huawei Mediapad, not the Huawei Mediapad Pro, which I will be showing you later on. So here we have the box opened, and it has this little folding thing that you can pull out, and this is the tablet. Don't think there is anything else, so we'll go ahead and take a look at the tablet itself. So this is the tablet. I powered it up on the button here. You just need to hold it down a second or so, and it's powered up to this screen. And almost always the tablet now comes with power, so you don't have to put it into the power adapter right away and then play with it. So this has 69%, which is usually about right. And I can tell immediately that this tablet is slimmer, almost closely resembling the S6 Lite in terms of its bevel, which is smaller than the Mediapad M5 Lite, and I'm presuming it has the higher CPU for intensive tasks that you want to do. But really it depends on your application, and my assessment of this tablet is based around my drawing needs that I do, which you have seen in reviews of my other tablets with drawings through Paintology. So before we go ahead and do the setup guide, let's go ahead and look at the tablet. At the top we have the volume left up and down, and then we have some notches which are probably for mic and sound, and then here we have more grills, and then of course the power button, and then on the right side we have the USB, so it's in a good position, and more grills which are probably for the speakers. And at the bottom we have an opening here, that's to use that needle that showed you earlier, that opens up this, probably for the micro SD card, because this is not the wireless, the LGE version of that. So it's got a very nice feel to it, curved, and we'll go ahead and just select the language. So the quick setup guide, get started. United Kingdom. Next. So yes, of course you have to agree to that, and if you have time you can look through the details. Next. So this is my password network ID. I am just going to type in my password. Okay, so it's connected. Let's go next. Data and privacy, well, we know we have to agree to that. This is the Huawei ID. So this is something that always pops up on all tablets, and if you'd reviewed the unboxing of the Fire HD 10, you'll note that I didn't have to accept these terms because the tablet was proprietary to Amazon, and they already had information linked to my account. So all this information was bypassed, including, if you believe, the network ID and password, which apparently they had it in their cloud, and they pushed it to the tablet before they delivered it to me. So I was a little bit surprised that I didn't need to include this previous setting in here. So I'm gonna skip that for now. I do have a Huawei ID, but I can always log in later on. So here, well, interesting, it's actually enforcing you to use their password. So here is again, all these companies want to get hold of you. They want to get hold of your ID. Once they have your ID, they can push emails and all their fancy stuff. And Google does it with all its Android tablets. It, in a way, enforces you to use their Gmail accounts, because you need to use that in order to use the Play Store and download apps. So I do have an Huawei account, and only because I use it to put the Paintology app to the App Store, and so it's convenient as well for me. Verify your ID. So now it's asking me, because I have a P30 Lite, the Huawei, connected to this account. It's asking for an ID. Didn't receive an ID, and I've just received it on my phone. So I shall go ahead. Interesting, I'm not sure. I lost it in the notification section. So didn't receive a code. So it would, in my pass name or my Gmail account, I'm going to go for send it to my Gmail account. Okay, so I've just received it on my phone. Okay, so I'm going to add that. There's obviously no reason for me to mask this code. It's quite random on their part. It's asking for cloud backup. So now, as you know, Huawei's been in conflict with the USA government on its 5G network, and it's probably doing a lot of work behind the scenes in order to encompass the users that they already have, the millions of users, and move them to their own cloud. Makes sense. I'll say gallery, yes, why not? You know, I have Google Cloud, obviously, and the cloud backup is always helpful. In case you lose your tablet, you still have your work on the cloud. So it's very important that you do have some kind of a backup like this, and it's very easy to lose your tablet when you take it traveling, etc. Next, asking for privacy. If we agree to that, agree. Okay, you can access Find My Phone on a Huawei device. So that's an interesting thing. If you're very mobile, you may want to have this activated. And since I'm only using this primarily for drawing on, and I won't be leaving my side, okay, maybe I will take it outside to a local coffee shop and draw on the Paintology app, but I don't expect it to be as important. So okay, let's see, why not just leave it. Okay, next, skip. Okay, I want to change the unlock method, and then let's put a pattern password. No, I think I will go back and next, skip, change unlock, maybe add a 4-digit password. Okay, so this is the mobile service agreement. Huawei has a service called Mobile Services Core, which I'm assuming is that this is the inroad to their Google Cloud platform, the services that Google is attempting, well, not attempting, but Huawei is attempting to emulate, because it will be pushed out of the Google platform. So let's go agree to that. Next, pass skip. So this one, enhanced services, touch the setup and learn more about these services. I'm going to say no thanks for now, because I'll be drawing. I mean, you can always watch my drawings on the YouTube channel, so you don't have to come to my device. Such user experience improvement program. I'm pretty sure they have so many people in that, and I'm not sure how this works. I think when there's a crash, they would ask you to send that information to their server. Okay, share analytics. No, I mean, I'll skip that. Huawei location, services, later. Keep your software up to date. Yeah, I think that's relatively important. You want to keep your software up to date. So let's go ahead and say enable and continue. Move data from another source, restore from a Huawei cloud, set up a new device. So I don't have any necessity to see the applications that I have on all my other apps, on all the other devices. I have a number of tablets, so I don't use any one in particular to do any kind of Netflix or browsing. I'm pretty much always by my desk with my LG Gram laptop, and if I wanted to do browsing, I'll do that. But and other times when I'm using the tablet, I typically use it to do some random browsing, but more so drawings on the Paintology app. Set up new device. I will probably skip that, but it's asking me to try the gestures, so it's not allowing me to skip it. So try gesture, swipe inwards from the left. Okay. Alright, nice. Okay, it's asking me swipe outwards from the right. Okay. Then you go back to the other screen, return to home screen. Okay. That's good. Good to know. Swipe up from the bottom of the screen and hold. Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I was a bit incorrect in what I was telling you earlier, is that this gestures, because I did see a Huawei ad where the gestures were off the tablet, but these are mainly finger swipes, which are quite important to, for multitasking and people who don't want to waste too much time getting to where they want to go. So swipe up. Yep, so you can see the screen, so you don't have to go and select the taskbar. You click on the square button, you see, and you get all the different tasks, the different opened applications you will see. But in this case, you just have to go up, hold the fingers in the middle, and then you can go to the application. So it's quite nice. You're just using your one finger, no tapping required. Okay, so here it is. So that's nice home screen, and I'm hoping to do a drawing through this, just like all my other previous tablets, to show the real performance. And of course, I think this comes with a pen, which is a little bit confusing to me initially, because I do have a pen. And I do have a pen for the Huawei Mediapad M5 Lite, but this one I purchased it with my Huawei MatePad Pro, which I will be showing at a later date. And I'm thinking that this pen, which is called the M Pencil, will work with this tablet. But I'll have to confirm this when I come to do the drawing. And so there you have it, and I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing and the quick guide to setup, and I hope to bring you a drawing soon and take this nice attractive tablet through the spaces with the Paintology app. So see you again soon. Until then, bye bye.